Okay, so we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about how you can, if you want to, edit your images in Photoshop so that they are, in PowerPoint, so that you can add your own titles and text and stuff like that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go in and just go File, New Presentation. I'm sure people know how to do this kind of stuff already. I'm going to make a new presentation. We're going to go in here. We're going to I just want to delete all of this junk out of here, right? I don't want to have any of the pre-made things. I'm just going to click. I was putting mine down here in the bottom right corner. And we just want to go through the things that you probably need to make sure that you put. So for me, I would just put my name. And then we're just going to drag this up, the box up a little bit. You want to have your name. You want to have the title. So you want to have the media, dimensions, and then sometimes people will have, you always want to do the height first and then the width, so height, and then by depth if you have this 3D piece. And then you want to do, the last thing you might maybe put in would be price if it's, you know, perhaps you, any other info that you think somebody might want to know. So what I like to do for this, for mine, is since this kind of takes up an awful lot of screen real estate here, is I tend to just put all of this stuff together here. So so I just kind of make a little bit more of like one long string out of all of these things. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing here. You want to make sure you put ear, right? And then you can just kind of park it down here in the bottom corner, and then maybe change the typeface. So instead of being 18 point, maybe we just go 12. So it makes it a little smaller, maybe not so much. I always like to change the font to something that's not white or black. I always like to go with like kind of a middle tone, kind of gray color, just so it's not overwhelming. You really want to pay attention to the work itself. So then the question is, what do I want my background to be, white or black? I think people generally tend to prefer that they have a black background. So you want to go in here and go to Format, Background. And where it brings up this, you just go in and make the theme black and apply. Okay, so now I have one slide that I can use, and I can just dump my images in and change everything around. So then what I do is I just copy and paste a whole bunch of these. Oh, looks like I need to change them all. Let's do that now. All right, so now I just have a whole bunch of kind of duplicate slides. Then all you have to do is go in here and just grab one of your images, something maybe that we edited already. Let's see if we can find where we stashed that stuff. So let's see, I'm just going to grab one just for fun. Okay, so these are some of the ones we edited. We'll just drag that and drop it in here. And you know, you can see it's going to take up a lot of space, so I just tend to get it as big as possible within the screen without it being distracting. And this kind of also like watermarks your work, right? So it just kind of makes it so that your work, people can't just dump it off the internet without having your name attached to it and everything. So I would probably do this, and I would add maybe the other one. But once I get all done with these, so I'll just put the other one in the second slide here. Again, just center them so that they look kind of nice. I would go in and, you know, change the title, and I would make all of this stuff match up the way it's supposed to. And once that's all finished, and you know, it's always important to save your work at the PowerPoint as you're working. But once you're done with that, you just want to go in and go Save As Pictures. And you want to click on that. What we're going to do is we're going to export all of this as a JPEG, so that we get we get all of these images out into one folder. And so we're just gonna change this into, I'm just gonna call it Colbo 7 Portfolio. And then just click Save, and it'll just basically save all of those images as in a separate folder. So if we go back to our spot now, all of those images are in here, and they're all basically set up the way you want them to be. If you wanted to, what you could do, let's go back here. Let's go back and go File, Save As Pictures. Again, we'll you know, there's a lot of options that you can click on here, and you can change all of this stuff. But you can basically change the size of the slide. So you know, you want to go ahead and put in, I would say, at least 1200 Again, I think WordPress likes 1240 width as kind of the standard, so we'll just click on that. And then we're going to go in here and going to change this to and click Save again. And this way we know they're the right size. And if you go back in here, you can see. And if you want to, you can actually go in here now and rename each one of these. So I think it's a good idea to always have your name on the file. Just go and then just kind of renumber them so that they make sense. So just go like 01, oops, and then just kind of rename them all the way down as you go. But now if I just open this up, this is just a regular old JPEG. Here it is. It's got my border. It looks the way I want it to, and I have my title and my dimensions and everything all set up as I want them to be. So that's a way you can use Photoshop combined with PowerPoint to kind of just lay out your portfolio really easily and really cleanly. You don't have to do it this way. If there's a way you'd prefer to do it, you actually type all of that information into your directly into your into WordPress, and it'll display it for you also. But I just kind of like this just because it watermarks everything, keeps the file all bundled together, and then whenever I have new images to add in, I can just reopen up the PowerPoint I've saved, rearrange the order, and then just and add the new stuff, and then just save it again and just upload those images. So it's a pretty simple thing to do. So there you go. I hope this helps a little bit as you're preparing your images.